Ms. Pridgeon, according to your complaint, you had to go out of state. Defendant is a friend of yours?
She was.
And she agreed to store your car while you were away.
Yes.
You left to go to Las Vegas?
Right.
From where?
From Maryland.
And that's where your car was?
Yes.
In Maryland. What date did you leave?
I left August the 21st of 2014.
And that's when you left the car in your possession?
No, she didn't get the car until after I realized that I wasn't gonna be back.
On what date did you get the car?
She called me because her ex-girlfriend was...
What date did you take possession of the car?
Hold on, let me check for you. I really don't remember the date. It's probably like the end of August, like probably 2 weeks after she left. I would say that, yeah. That
About August 29th is when she picked up the car.
Okay, because you needed a more long-term place to store it?
Right, I
Great.
wasn't gonna return, so.
Great. The car was in an accident with you driving it.
Yes, it was.
On what date?
It was September 3rd.
Where was the accident?
It was on 295 in Maryland on the Parkway.
On the Parkway, so you were driving the car.
Yes, I was driving the car.
Were you in a collision with another car?
No, I was not.
You were in a collision with a brick wall.
Well, yes, because the car spun out of control.
You were in a collision with a brick wall.
Yes, I was in a collision with a brick wall.
That was a non-movable brick wall.
Yes, it was a non-movable brick wall.
So the accident was your fault?
No, it wasn't my fault. The car went out of service on me. So therefore, when the car spun out of control...
Why don't you prove that the car went out of service on you?
Well, I mean, when I heard the pop, the car spun out of control. I was in the vehicle. No one was beside me or behind me. I didn't get in a collision with anyone else.
You have a police report?
I have the police report.
I'd like to see it. Who owns this car?
I own it. My mom co-signed for me when I bought it in 2006.
So your mom owns the car. It said owner.
Well, I have the title. Both of us are on the title.
I'd like to see that. Is Wells Fargo Auto Finance still a lien holder on the car?
No, the car was paid off about 4 years ago.
Great. Did you have insurance on the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Liability?
It did not cover if someone other than me or my mother was driving the car, but yes.
So the insurance did not cover the damage to the car, which was totaled. Now, do you have a car?
Yes, I do.
And you have insurance?
Yes, I do.
Well, why didn't your insurance cover this?
Because I don't have full coverage. I have liability.
And your policy excluded anyone else who was driving even with your permission?
She didn't have my permission, no.
Well, I'm just asking you. So you couldn't give your car, for instance, to a valet parker to park your car?
No.
I would like to see that policy.
Well, I don't have a policy that shows that.
Get me the policy. I want to see it. See you back here when you get it. Bye.
Thank you.
This case will
Go
be
get me the
recalled.
policy that excludes anybody else. Go get it. Would you give me the policy, please, that Ms. Pridgeon has, and also the single sheet of paper, and I'm going to explain to her that the defendant was, in fact, covered for this accident.
That's the policy.
And what she should do is go have a chat with her insurance company. If you chose not to do that, that would be your problem. Now, you may have misread, and I'm not so sure you misread it, because I'm not so sure what happened here. This policy says, and what you've underlined here is under certain circumstances, you may choose household members who do not drive the listed vehicle to be list only, so they are not included as a rated driver. What that means is, let's say you were a family and you had a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, and an 18-year-old, and you did not want them covered on your policy because your rates would go skyrocketing. And if you exclude those household members from the policy, and if one of them takes your car and has an accident, the insurance company says they're excluded. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So you have coverage on this car, and I don't care what happened to the car, and I don't care what the circumstances were. The only thing she owes you is the deductible, which in your case is $1,000. You got it?
Yes.
Good. I think you got it before. In any event, she owes you $1,000. However, you paid her some money, according to you. How much did she pay you?
About $200.
What do you mean about $200?
She was putting like 20, 50,
100.
100.
And 150. I was in between jobs at the time.
Just a second. All I want to know is how much did you pay her?
Probably like close to $400.
No, she didn't.
You have the receipts, Kiani. Show them.
Well, we're going to split the difference. At $200, you do, however, have a $1,000 deductible on the policy. So she owes you $800.
But what about all my things that I lost because she totaled my car?
I'm not sure what happened. Listen, if your car got towed and impounded and you didn't pick it up, I don't care. I don't know why you would not have proceeded through your insurance on a totaled car. Your insurance completely covers the damage, less $1,000 deductible. And you know that.
But the insurance said that no one is covered unless I give them permission to drive the car.
Well, then if
Which
you
I
were
had
stupid
permission.
enough to say to the insurance company she didn't have permission to drive my car, so they disclaimed, why would you say that?
I didn't give her permission. I didn't
gave
find
me-
out
she gave
until
me
a month after she wrecked it that it was wrecked.
She gave me permission to drive the car. I
I never
had
gave her
entitlement to the
permission.
keys.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for you, because since somebody's getting scammed and it's not going to be me, I'm going to dismiss your case without prejudice. You go back to court in Nevada and let them sort it out. That's all. Miss Hall, it is your claim that this gentleman, who was a neighbor of yours, sort of body slammed himself into your car, causing damage.
Yes, ma'am.
And at some point after that incident, you claimed that his girlfriend, I assume that that's you, filed a restraining order against you. That restraining order was subsequently dismissed, I assume,
Yes,
after a
ma'am.
trial. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
And you want to be compensated for filing those false charges
ma'am.
against you. Mr. House says that you purposely hit him with your car. He's counterclaiming for his medical bills and for harassment. Okay. How long have you been living in your house?
Approximately 5 years this year.
And when did you move into your house?
October of last year, ma'am.
Who else lives in your house with you?
Miss Pearl, my fiance, and our 3 children.
October, November, December. Did you have any incident with Miss Hall?
No,
January, did you have any incident with Miss Hall?
absolutely.
Do you want to tell me what happened in January?
Sure. We had a friend over our house. This friend had got into an altercation with a neighbor across the road.
Who got into an altercation?
Our friend Sean. Now, at that time, Sean and the neighbor were having
What was
words.
that altercation about?
It was actually about a puppy that had gotten loose. And
Whose puppy?
Mine.
And
The neighbor that was being argued with, her little girl had tried to chase after the puppy and got a little scratch.
now, did she get a little scrape because she fell, or did she get a little scrape because the dog nipped her?
Actually, no, there was no nip. The puppy had jumped up when he had seen her. She's a very playful puppy. And it gave her a little scratch on her back.
So your puppy that was out of your control injured a neighbor's child, and a friend of yours who was visiting you got into a verbal altercation with that neighbor. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Now, tell me about this verbal altercation. Not with you, but with your guest.
The lady's husband had come home from work. The neighbor who had
Whose
the little
lady's
girl.
husband?
The neighbor. And he had come over and tried to start words on my property.
Just a second. So the father of the child
Yes.
who your dog injured
If you want to
came
call it an
home from
injury.
work and came to your house. Is that what you're telling
Yes.
to me? I'm
Cussing
really very good
and
at
threatening.
peeling the onion back to get to what happened. He came over to your house to complain about your dog.
Yes.
And
With his complaint, he was cussing and using language that should not have been used around my children or my fiance. Now, that is when Sean had stepped in and shared words with this neighbor.
Sean got into a verbal altercation. And where were you when this happened?
I was in my front yard.
Did you get into an altercation with this neighbor?
No, I did not.
Now you're going to tell me how Miss Halls got introduced to this. Because she's going to tell me her version of the events.
As Sean was yelling at the neighbor, they were sharing their words. Miss Hall stuck her nose into something that didn't
Miss
was not her
Hall was
business.
outside.
She has a enclosed porch. They were sitting out there watching TV. I'm guessing. I really don't pay attention to what they're doing.
And
I would take a good
what
guess at
did
that.
she say? She's on her front porch. And
She come out and she had went at Sean, started threatening to beat his, and he
Now,
better
tell me
get
what she
his
said.
tattooed back in the house and
so
barking
she
orders
was
and threats at
yelling
him.
at your friend Sean.
Yes.
And
After that, I mean, the police had come.
you don't say a word.
I had told Sean to shut up, mind his business. I have to live here. I know this is wrong from this lady, but I have to live here. Please respect me and shut up, which he did not.
So now you have an out-of-control dog and an out-of-control guest in your house.
Correct.
That happened on what date?
That happened on the 1st of January, New Year's Day.
And you had no words at all with Miss Hall. It was all Sean.
Correct.
Now, tell me about the date, sir, when you say Miss Hall tried to run you over with her car.
This was the
Date.
13th of January. Miss Hall had her car, a vehicle. It's a 4-speed or 5, I don't know, it's manual transmission. We heard her, she had revved up her engine.
He's lying.
I didn't
Your
think
Honor.
twice
Now, listen to
about
me.
it.
Listen to me. I don't want you to say anything. I am telling you, I will come to you in a minute.
All right.
Right now, I'm listening to him. You saw him hit the ground, but you didn't see the contact. He pushed you out of the way. That's what you're saying. He
Right.
pushed you out of the way, and the next thing you heard,
Exactly.
now you can see.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm interested in something that you said in your complaint, Ms. Hall. What you said in your complaint was that you ascertained, and you have proof, that Mr. House has claimed that other cars hit him.
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of proof do you have?
I don't have that proof yet.
Well, yet is here.
I mean,
this is the day. This is
It's
the
right
hour.
after I hit him. 2 weeks later, he supposed to had walked out in front of a car, so I heard, and got hit.
Okay, then I'm going to ask Mr. House. Mr. House, in the last 3 years, how many lawsuits have you filed with regard to personal injury?
I haven't filed a lawsuit. I have my attorney who is
You
just
have a
going
lawyer.
for my just going for my medical.
You have a lawyer.
Correct.
About another incident where you were hit with a car.
Yes,
Were you walking or were you in a vehicle?
I was walking. I don't drive, ma'am.
And that happened on what date?
It was right at the beginning of February there.
Were you hospitalized?
No, I was not.
Now, when you claim that this car hit you, sir, how fast was it going when it hit you?
Once again, I'm not an expert at speed. I would
Well,
approximate.
you just made yourself an expert in speed right over there, sir. You said that she was going at least 20 miles an hour in a 5-mile-an-hour zone.
That
So that
was
would
an
make you
educated
an
guess, Your Honor.
expert. How fast was the car going?
I'd say about 35 miles an hour.
And at 35 miles an hour, you didn't sustain injuries that required hospitalization.
Not hospitalization. I had a sprained ankle,
And
a compression fracture in my neck.
were you out of work?
I'm currently on workers' comp. I had received some injuries.
You're receiving workman's comp for what?
I had severe chemical burns to my right foot and ankle. Right now, I am hopefully going to be released for work in May.
Chemical burns from what?
I'm in the field of industrial cleaning, and we had been doing a lot of work on the oil rigs. I was sent in to clean out a frac tank, they call it. And as I went in, there was a chemical in there that was unnoticed by my management, and it had burnt through my boot.
Okay, and how long have you not worked?
2 years. Also, with that injury, I had gained what they call reflex sympathetic dystrophy. It's a neurological condition that was onset by the chemical burns.
You have a lot of accidents, Mr. House.
Unfortunately.
Amen on that.
Up!
But to this one case, there was no accident standing in my front yard.
There never was
No,
an
shh.
accident to begin with, David.
I'm going to throw
You're
you
lying.
all. It's going to make it so easy for me, which is what I would have done anyway. I'm going to throw you all out. Your claim, your counterclaim, because I told you before, don't speak out. The way that a woman like you who is disabled deals with a problem is not taking a bat and going across the street to a neighbor's house. That's not something I would do. That's not something a normal person does. To interject themselves into a dispute that has zero to do with you. For somebody who was laying in bed all day because they weren't feeling well and they're disabled and they're 59 years old.
Correct.
Disabled people don't go across the street with a bat to get
right.
involved with an altercation that has nothing to do with you. Out.
I'm sorry.
You're done. I'm done with you. Out. You can sit down. If I believe her, even though she talks out of turn, I believe what happened was she came in fast to the driveway and you pushed her out of the way. I believe that you pushed her out of the way so she didn't get hurt. And at the same time, when her car was coming in, you body slammed yourself into the car because you thought she was doing the wrong thing. And she was doing the wrong thing. And I don't believe she hit you. I believe you hit the car. So your case on your counterclaim is dismissed. Similarly, madam, I absolutely believe her when she said that you were coming in hot. And I absolutely believe her, as big a mouth as she had, that he pushed her out of the way. And you don't get rewarded for that, so fix your own car. Your case is dismissed, that's all. Oh, doesn't make any
Yes.
So you went over to the neighbor's house
Right.
with a bat.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was carrying it for my protection, though.
You should have stayed in bed.
Yeah, I should have.
If you weren't feeling well, you should have
I
stayed in
should
bed.
have, yeah.
You want to tell me what happened on the 13th?
You want me to step over to the board?
I would.
All right. All right. Now, I'm coming up through here and around because there's trees here in the middle. Now, when I went to go make my left-hand turn, before I made my left-hand turn, David House, Judy that's here, and a couple other people were in the street area. So I stopped and honked my horn, let them know I was there, for them to move out my way.
Okay, so you honked your horn.
Yes, ma'am, and I stayed still.
While revving the engine.
Okay? Then, as I proceeded, as they moved, the only one that stayed in the way would have been David House, but he was at the end of his trailer right here. Okay, well, when I turned in, I felt something thump. And all of a sudden, I heard somebody holler, "Oh, she hit me, she hit me." And I turned around and looked, and here's David House on the ground hollering that I hit him with my car. No way did I hit that gentleman with my car, Your Honor.
Okay.
Liar. He is a liar.
Who just said that?
Judy
Who
did.
just said?
I was there,
Just
Your
a
Honor.
second. If I looked like I needed your help, I would ask for it.
I understand, Miss Judy.
Great. Don't shout out again.
I'm sorry, Your
Do you
Honor.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I would like to see pictures of the damage to your car, where that damage was.
Your Honor, may I add something? A few friends at the park told us that what it's done to the car, that the original dent from where she had hit me had been pulled out.
How do you know that?
Her neighbor, Maria.
Oh, you can't tell me that, sir.
Such a liar.
Well, this is clearly on the back of the car. You have a police report?
No, ma'am, but I do have the officer that was there.
I just asked you if you have a
No,
police
ma'am.
report.
They didn't give us no reports.
Were you present that day?
I was in the vehicle, yes, ma'am.
You were in the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you present that day? You were outside.
She was
Good.
she was
First-
aiming for me. He pulled me out of the way. She would have hit me. I was in the yard.
I just asked you a simple question. I said, were you there that day?
Yes, ma'am.
You were in the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me your name.
James Bevel.
Tell me what you saw.
We was coming through like Miss Hall said, and we got up to about it right where the dumpster at, and they was standing out in the middle of the road, so she did stop. She blew the horn and gave him a chance to get out of the way. And him and the lady over here, they was still by the trailer. So when Miss Hall came in, she had to make her little turn, and she wasn't touching no grass. She pulled into the yard, and that's when Mr. House was standing there, and he bumped the car on purpose.
Yep.
Okay, stand up. Your last name is?
Judith Senemo is my full name, Your Honor.
Okay. You're standing outside. She comes up. Do you hear a horn blow?
I didn't hear a horn blow.
Okay. And had you ever had any problem with Miss Hall? in
I
the
don't
past?
even live there.
So
No.
you didn't live there. Now I'd like you to tell me what you observed on the 13th of January.
We were standing in the front lawn on the grass. All of a sudden, we're on the front lawn. The trailer hitch is right here. I was standing here. This car came up four wheels.
No. Don't do that again. Go ahead.
Your Honor, all four wheels, the entire car was on Mr. House's front lawn. All of a sudden, I'm thrown to the ground by Mr. House. She would have hit me. I'm 5'0" and I'm 65 years old.
Just a second. So Mr. House pushes you
Out of the
out
way.
of the way.
The next thing I know, I hear that boom, and David is on the ground.
Go ahead.
Now, Miss Hall was revving her engine, like I said.
Well, why don't you go over there and show me
Absolutely.
on that chart where she was?
Now, from what it shows here, this is incorrect. Miss Hall was about right here. She drove up. And the way she had come, she was in my front yard with her car.
She was on your front yard?
Yes, where I was standing. That's where I had gotten hit, was in my front yard.
On your
In my
property?
front yard, on my
Judge
property.
Judy, I was standing with him. I'm sorry.
I don't want you to say a word.
I'm sorry.
I want you to point to the spot where you got hit.
Right here.
And
On the
that's
right-hand
your
side
house.
of my trailer. Correct.
So she was making a turn, I assume, into her driveway.
Yes.
And when she made the turn into her driveway, she hit you, and you were standing on the corner of your property.
Correct. Now, she had, like I said, she had sped up down here doing a high rate of speed. I'd say over 20 miles an hour, around 20 miles an hour. Our park has a speed limit of 5 miles an hour. So at a high rate of speed, she very quickly came by, and she purposely had come at me there, like turned the car. And when she went into her driveway, she made a very sharp left turn. And in turn, was in my front yard when she made that turn back of her car. And that had struck me.
Now, she was coming down at a high rate of speed.
Correct.
She pulled into her driveway.
No, she had come into my front yard, coming up at that high rate of speed. Her tires were in my yard.
Just a second. Her front tires were in your front yard.
No, her front tires had just missed my front yard by like that. Now, when she had made the sharp turn.
Listen, Mr. House.
Yes.
The front wheels of cars are followed by the back wheels of cars.
Ma'am, have you ever...
Listen to me. Go back there. Now, I know that you have a problem, and I know that your problem is that the damage to her car was on the rear panel.
Yes.
So I'm trying to figure out how the front wheels of her car and the front part of her car didn't hit you. I'm going to listen to her story in a second. But the back wheels of her car didn't follow the front wheels of her car. It sort of fishtailed. And when it fishtailed, going into her driveway, that's when you were hit. Because the damage to her car, according to her, is the rear driver's side.
Can I give you a brief example of it, or a comment that might help you clarify? Have you ever drove and hit a curb, not with your front wheels, but with your back wheels went over the curb? That's how it went. The front wheels turned out, but when she made that sharp turn, that's when the rear of the car had struck me.
Okay, now, Miss Hall, let's go back to Sean, the unruly guest at the House Pearl House.
Yes.
Which Mr. House seems to believe precipitated bad blood between the two of you.
Right.
Although he hasn't told me that anything happened between the 1st.
Correct.
And the 13th of January.
Correct.
So I would like you to tell me your version of what happened first on the 1st.
On the 1st, Your Honor, New Year's Day, I was asleep in bed all day.
Why?
Because I wasn't feeling good. So, I got some back problems and stuff. So,
okay, so you were in bed.
I was laying down sleeping, yeah.
Go ahead.
Later on, I don't think it was on the 1st when this happened. I think it was the next day, the 2nd, that he's talking about, this incident with this gentleman they called Dirty. I never knew him by the name of Sean.
Dirty?
Yes, ma'am. He has a bunch of tattoos and everything.
Is that his nickname?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I heard an altercation going on outside, and it was coming from David House's home over there next door. I went over to my neighbors to make sure they were all right. When the meanwhile, they called the police.
Who did?
The neighbors called the police. The police showed up. Well, I, unfortunately, being that I'm disabled and I'm 59 years old, I have an aluminum bat that I carry with me on account of the fact if somebody goes to hit me or something, I want to protect myself.
Go ahead.
Okay? So I went over to the neighbors and had the bat with me. The officer pulled up. He asked me to put the bat down. He asked me twice to put the bat down.
What did you decide to do at that point? Now she has no license, she has no registration, and she has no insurance. Now's the time to call the police.
Yes, I should have done that, correct. However, I decided that maybe the next possibility was to be for her to write me a check to cover all the damages.
Well, How is she going to write you a check when you don't know what the damages are?
It was the back bumper. I knew she hit my back bumper as she was parking in, so that was the damage.
Well, I know that it was the back bumper, but how do you know how much that cost?
Well, being the stats and the numbers, so 2006, and bumpers, you know, plus labor, I kind of did it mathematically in my head, and I estimated it.
To what?
$2,500.
Just a second. Your counterclaim's dismissed. How's that? The last time you do it. You have a stupid counterclaim anyway, but I'm dismissing it. And the next time you shout out at her or shout out of turn, I'm just going to give her what she wants. Do you understand?
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
At that point, I decided, you know, with all the calculating in my head and everything,
Do you know I don't believe that? Do you know I don't believe a word that just came out of your mouth? Do you know I don't believe a word that just came out of your mouth? I've been around a long time.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Somebody doesn't do a quick calculation in their head. They say, give me your phone number, give me your ID. I'll take down your information, or I'll call the police. Because this isn't just a back bumper. This is a big mess back here. See, Bird? That's a big mess.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear of a woman calculating in her head a 2006 bumper, you know? How much is that going to cost, you know? Does that make sense to you?
Not
And what
really.
happens if it doesn't make sense? If it doesn't make sense,
It's
if it
usually
walks
not
like a
true.
duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. And if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it is not a goldfish. So, convince me. You have 2 minutes to convince me before I throw you all out of here.
I have text messages, lack of cooperation, and her $2,500 check.
Just a second. Did she write out the $2,500 check?
Yes, she did.
Did she write it out and sign it?
Yes, she did.
Give it to me. Let me see it.
Can I say something, Judge?
Yes, she did.
Can I say something about
Just a
this?
second. Yes, she did.
Got it reversed.
Yes, she did. Now, why did you write her out a $2,500
I wrote her.
check?
I gave her a blank check. I didn't.
No,
write
no, no,
her,
no, no. No, no, no,
I
no, no.
wrote her a check and signed the bottom. I didn't write out the
Just a
estimates.
second. You want to give somebody a blank check? You could do that. But once you sign it, she can fill in anything she wants in there. You signed a check. Now, so this is what you did. You signed a check. This is what kind of hustler you are. You signed a check from a bank on which you didn't have an account. You signed a check from a bank in which you didn't have an account. And that's your counterclaim that I just dismissed because she tried to cash the check. And now she's been sort of all harassed and harangued because she tried to cash the check. All right, let me see your estimate to fix the car. $1,200 to fix the car,
Yes, Your Honor.
not 25.
Correct.
Anything else anybody wants to tell me? What?
The reason why I gave her a blank check is because her and I did see her afterwards. Her and Halan came to my house. They were outside of my house. As people were coming out of my house, they were asking people, do you know where April Stevens live? Do you know where April Stevens live? Saying that they will come there every day. They don't get tired. Like, who does that? Like, you can't come to somebody's house every single day saying, you know, just harassing them.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200. That's all. Thank you. Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
You have a phone?
Do I have a phone? Yes, ma'am.
be just as easy for you instead of going into one office in a building, in a very big building, and saying, did anybody have a car outside that I may have hit? To leave a note on the windshield of the car and say, I tapped your car, causing some damage. Here's where you can reach me, right? Easy.
Well, if I didn't find the owner, that's what I would have did. That's what I was going to do.
Well, but now you're going to tell me that you did find the owner
I did.
of this white car. You're going to tell me that you went inside to an office, right?
Yes.
You're going to love this story. Now, how did you choose what office to go to in this big building?
I kind of just went to a couple different areas of the building and asked, did anybody know who the owner of the car was?
A couple of different areas. I mean, you selected those at random, just those couple of offices.
I mean, I couldn't go to the whole building, through the whole building. It could have been somebody that worked there.
That's why one would leave their telephone number and information on the car window.
I mean, I thought it was the right thing to do to find the owner myself and not leave my number on the window. I mean, I would be more upset if somebody left a note saying they hit my car. They could have been wrong name, wrong number.
Well, let me ask you this question. So you hit somebody's car. Let me guess
tapped.
the rest. You tapped their car, but enough so that you say there was damage. And according to you, you went inside, and the person that you allegedly found who came outside and saw your tap said, oh, forget it, it's fine, don't worry about it, or something like that, because ultimately, and this is my question to you, you did not pay that person any money.
I did not pay him any money, no.
Right.
The car was old and
Just
rusted.
a second. You did not pay that person any money.
He didn't want any money. The
That's
car
what-
was old.
that-
He didn't want anything.
So, now we're going to pick up with you. You also drive a white car.
Correct.
What kind of a white car?
2006 Pontiac G6 GT Coupe.
You have a picture of your car on December 29th?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it. And your car was parked in the parking lot near the Human Services Building?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were in the Human Services Building?
Correct.
Up. Do you know her?
Yes.
How?
She's my friend Halan Khalil, and we have worked together, and we've just known each other for the past 5 years.
What were you doing in the Human Services area that day?
When she actually got out of the car to go into the social services building, I stepped out and had a smoke.
Stepped out of the car.
Yep. So I was outside when it happened.
And tell me what you observed.
On December 29th, 2014, I witnessed April Stevens hitting Halan Khalil's car.
What kind of car was she driving?
I know it was a blue four-door car.
Did you see where she went after she hit the car?
She ran hysterically in the building looking for the owner.
And then what did you see?
I then went and found Halan and told her that her car had just been hit.
And she came outside.
Yep.
And is this what the car looked like?
Yes, it is.
This lady was not outside. There was not a person outside. She was not outside.
Okay, good. Don't shout out again.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is why I know that you're lying. Because I don't believe in serendipity. Not in this case.
Can you explain to me what that means?
Yes. That things happen for no reason.
Okay.
This is what her car looked like.
But that's not the car I hit, though.
Oh, I know that that's not the car that you say you hit. That's the car she says you hit with your uninsured car. So, were the police called?
No.
Is there any reason why you didn't call the police?
I acknowledge the fact that police are more recommendedly called in traffic opposed to a parking lot because
That's
we're
not a
not
word,
really.
by the way.
But if I hit your car, why
I-
wouldn't you? Okay, I'm sorry.
Did you ask her for her license and registration?
Yes, I did.
Did you ask her for her insurance information?
Yes, I did.
Did she give you her license?
No, she gave me an identification card.
But not a license?
No, ma'am.
Did she give you the registration for the car?
No, she did not.
Did she give you an insurance card?
No, she did not. She claimed she didn't have any because it was her brother's car, and she was just using it to run a quick errand.
That's all right. It's usually in the glove compartment. That's where you keep insurance information. And you usually keep your driver's license on your person. Miss Stevens, I'm going to start with you. On what date did you hit someone's car?
December 29th.
What time?
It was the afternoon, around 12, 1 o'clock.
What kind of car were you driving and where were you?
I'm not sure the kind of car was in my car, but I was driving a blue car.
It wasn't your car?
No, it's my brother's car. In my possession. He was out of town, yes.
So you had borrowed your brother's car?
Mm-hmm.
Had you ever driven it before?
Um,
Is not an answer. Had you ever driven the car before?
Yes.
How long had the car been in your possession?
At this time, about 2 days.
And did you have his permission to drive it?
Yes, ma'am.
The car is insured?
Yes. Well, actually, I'm not sure if the car is insured or not.
You know, you're being slick with me, Miss Stevens. It's not going to go well if you're slick with me. Is the reason that you're here today, look at me, look at my face, is the reason that you're here today because the car was uninsured?
No.
So what you're telling me is you were driving your brother's car with his permission. You hit another car while the car was parked, and there was no insurance claim. Is that what you're telling me?
There was no insurance claim. Like I said, I didn't know if the car was insured.
All I'm asking you is, do you know, yes or no, that the car had insurance on December 29th?
No.
You don't know, or didn't it have?
I don't know.
Do you know?
Yes, I did.
Did it?
It did not.
So we're going to get to the point right now.
Well, how would she know that, though?
All you have to do, madam, is take a license plate number, and then you find out whether the car is insured or not, because they have a record of whether or not the car is insured.
Okay.
Okay. And I have a feeling, Miss Stevens, that you knew that when you drove the car. And I don't know whether you drove the car for 2 days or 2 months or 2 years uninsured. But I do know, because I have a good nose, that the car wasn't insured, and that's the reason we're here today. Where were you going when you hit this other car?
I was going to the Human Services building.
And tell me how it came about that you hit the other car, because the other car was parked, there wasn't anybody in it.
I was driving, and there was gravel on the road. I tapped a white Ford car.
Just a second, listen to me. Your car hit another car.
No, I tapped the car.
So there was no damage. Just a second. So if you tapped it instead of hitting it, was there damage or no damage?
There was a little bit of damage.
Did you get out of the car as soon as you tapped it?
I did. I continued to park the car.
Just a second. Did you get out of the car as soon as you parked it?
No. I hit the car a little bit, and I kept proceeding to park so people can get through. I parked, got out the car to go find the owner.
When you got out of your car, did you see anybody else there? Not in the car. Did you see anybody else in the parking lot?
No.
Didn't see anybody else?
No.
Didn't see her?
I've never seen her a day in my life.
Just for my own, I'm just trying to place the players. Were you in the parking lot that day?
Yes, I was.
Sure. Now, let's see what I can piece together from this story that you're giving me.
She's a con. This lady's a con, and her, they came here together to con.
To con. Okay, good. So you tapped a car, and you caused some damage, and the car was a white car. And you didn't see anybody else, but because you are a great Samaritan and a thoroughly honest lady driving around in your brother's car that had no insurance, You immediately went inside to try to find out whose car it was.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how big a building is this?
It's a pretty big building. It's a government building, so it's